Yo, what it is, it's the Creek Boys, and you're locked in with the Vibe Perspective Podcast. Every day I'm with Vibe Perspective.
Yo, what it do, family? It's your favorite host, Mike on the mic from the Vibe Perspective Podcast. We tapped in here, my guys at Ground 3 Radio, DJ OK. We back at it again for another Vibe Style Wednesday. Another series of interviews, man. Shout out to each and every one of my listeners tonight. Be sure to call in at 443-377-1872. Again, that number is 443-377-1872. We got a super dope MC in the building, man. True greatness will always prosper. Grinding with a purpose. God will answer prayer. Genius with a plan, man. We got my guy, TruGwap, in the building. What's up, bro?
Get Gwap with that. GGOD. You know the vibes.
My
Shout out
God.
to the guys and them for having me here.
Yeah, absolutely.
What you said that number was? 443-377 what?
1872 443-377-1872. Again, for everybody that ain't catch it, y'all need to tap in, man. Look, if you want to learn more about what TruGwap got going on, learn more about some of the work he got going, some of the music he got going on, go on to @TruGwap on IG. That is TruGwap. That is TruGwap on IG. As we go through the interview, so you can match the work to the man himself, man, bro. I appreciate you pulling up to the station with us, bro. Real talk.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So I wanna start early. I mean, you know, my formula is when I get somebody that I respect here, I want to start from the top, from the beginning. You know, you started rapping kind of early, but you ain't really take it seriously until like maybe 2017ish. So tell me before that, like tell me like growing up, like where did you grow up? Tell me about where you grew up at.
So I grew up in a mix from north and southeast, like so down the hill and like the northeast, like the Alameda, right? Like, and it was like that because like I had like joint custody with my peoples. Like my grandmother had full custody, so she was up like the Alameda, but my father was staying like down the hill.
Yeah.
And he had to like get me on weekends, and then I spend my summers and shit with my pops and shit. So like I got experience in both, you feel me? Like Northeast, Marble, down here I grew up on Fairmount, Street for Street, and then I just branched out through like just, you know, being outside and shit.
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, no, I feel it. And you know, we got listeners from all across the world, you know, not just from Baltimore, not just from Maryland. So like, I definitely want to get, you know, when people really from the city, I want them to tell them that, you know, let them know what it is, you know what I'm saying? Because like, a lot of times we think everybody know how Baltimore is. They know how the cities is and how everything is made up. But a lot of times they don't. You know, a lot of times they have no clue when we talk about Zone 18, Zone 15, whatever. Like, they don't really know. You know, so I definitely wanted to get that from you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I if I'm not mistaken, you lost one of your closest friends in like 2009.
Yeah.
You know, tell me about sort of coming up and then, you know, having those experiences where you lost some people that's closest to you and what that did for you growing up.
Oh, man. It did. Well, really, my really first loss that really like hit home for me was like my grandmother, because it just was like, it was something, and she was like a big factor in my life for real. So that shit just really like, that shit really fucked me up for real. It threw me off, and that just losing her by herself, like that just numbed me out to death like early, like, cause. It was like once I lost her, I just expected to lose my grandfather. I expected to lose people that I love for real. Like, I didn't expect to lose her.
Yeah.
So when I get to like niggas that I was like in the streets with and shit, it just was like that. Like who I was so particularly talking about that time. I was talking about two people. I was talking about my man Nut, and I was talking about my man Lil T. But Lil T didn't die on Nut died on
Okay.
But just how the format of the song, it was really like for both of them, but it was just more so. It was just like the older nigga around the way getting money and shit, and he just used to always be like, "Yeah, like you gonna be something." Like he used to always gas me up for real. But he was about that life. Like he was about that life, and he was getting money for real. So it was just like, when yo died, it just was like, damn, like, the way ain't gonna be the same no more. Like, type shit.
Man, definitely rest in peace, man. Rest in peace your grandmother, rest in peace Nut, rest in peace Lil T, man, because, like, those people matter. Yo, rest in peace, just, man, like, definitely all these people are instrumental in the way you came up. You know, like these people played a big part in who we know you are today. Like, you know, everything matters. Everything is like an important part of the puzzle. You know, speaking of Jizzo, like we talking about sort of 2016 now, right? Like we
Jizzo was around.
He was around before that. Before that, right?
He was Jizzo.
Before he was Jizzo, right?
BG. He was straight.
Oh man.
BG. He was just BG. You feel me? But he grew into Jizzo. Off the likes of us rapping and shit. Like, that's how he created his brand through us. Like, just rapping. His closest men rapping and shit. His brother, me, and my guys, we was all rapping and shit. And he just like, fuck it, I'm gonna record y'all videos. And like, we really started out like on his iPhone. Just producing like that. And then next thing you know, he just took that shit to the next level. He started getting cameras. He started perfecting his craft with the editing and shit. And
that's a dope like transition too, because I mean, you know, like I mentioned in 2016, like we got like records like Come Up, like featuring Lord Trap, you know what I'm saying, Shot by Jizzo. We got like Gwap, you know what I'm saying, like Posted featuring Lord Trap, you know what I'm saying, all shot by Jizzo early
Shout
for
out
free.
My man Jizzo for the free ski, man. He really love the niggas, man. And that's another nigga that always told me like, bro, block all the noise out, bro. Just keep going.
Yeah. Man.
You had said something like, before all that, like, before like really like niggas really knew what was up, I feel like I was just rapping with my guys, like the Gwap gang, just my niggas for real. We had our own little shit. We just was doing our thing. And I feel like the more, like, I don't know, like the followers and just a lot, all of the extra shit was coming, like, I feel like that shit just was like, I feel like fuck shit. Divided that shit on top of going back and forth to jail. You feel me?
Yeah.
But when I had went to jail like one time, and I just came home and I was just like, I had decided like I'm focused, like it's always gonna be Gwap gang forever, but I'm focusing on just my solo shit, like making more music and putting my music out.
Right.
That's when my era became.
Yeah. No, I seen that too. I kind of see like where the transition happened. I mean, I want to go through all of those moments too, cause like we talked about early beginnings of 2016 with the guys, and then you know you go to 2017 when you really started taking music seriously. Like where like you know in I think it was like February you got like the Go Get It freestyle. You know like man like. That April, you got like the No Reason featuring like Blue Benjamin Sleepy, like Lord Trap, like that was the bonus off of your project too, right? Like you know, you're doing a lot of these things, getting these features, you know what I'm saying, and really putting it in perspective for yourself. And I can see that, you know, like even the Chase a Bag featuring Clay, like, you know, the IDK video shoot, also shot by Jizzo. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you had the acoustic guitar in the studio, like you were just dancing with the guitar. You know what I'm saying?
And that was all like the fun stage. Like, I still have fun with the music, but like that's when I really probably was just lifestyle, just having fun with this shit. Whatever I wanted.
Yeah. Now tell me about that early. Like, was that a decision? Like, when you started taking it seriously, was that the vision you had for yourself to be like a young rock star, to like really have fun in this industry?
Just have my way. Just be able to just like. I always looked at music as just like the stepping stone of being that next entrepreneur. Like, you know, like how Cole was rapping.
Right.
Next thing it was Rockwell. The next thing you know it was City and all the other shit. Like,
no, for sure. And I mean, you know, like even in October in like 2018, like, you know, like started pushing your own clothing brand heavy. You know, like I kind of want to start talking about that too, because like you mentioned being an entrepreneur. You know, I think when you started pushing your clothing brand like in 2018-ish, like I feel like from my perspective that was the beginning of you like starting to put that in play, like to really become that entrepreneur you wanted to see in yourself. So like I wanted to start, all right, let me start doing these clothes, let me start pushing these looks and like putting it around the city. So tell me about that entrepreneur like mindset early on. Like where was you at mentally with that?
It was more so like I was locked up. I was talking to my bro, the Holy Quran. He was telling me how he was doing a little life and shit.
Yeah. Shout out Lifers.
Shout out Lifers. And he was just telling me how shit was going good for him. So I just was like, man, fuck that. When I come home, I'm going to have a little clothing line or something. That's what made me just know that, like, it gave me something tangible to latch on to. Like, all right. I could do that. I just gotta come up with a logo. And I made this when I was in the joint. Like, I was like keep sketching it out, and I had like little sketches. But when I took it to the dude, his name Kyle, Wealth and Abundance Kyle.
Okay.
So
big shout out.
Yeah, I had took it to him, and he digitized the logo. And when I sent it, the first time I sent it, I was like, yeah, that's it. You feel me? Like, it wasn't like a lot of little remakes or nothing.
Right.
Just, I got what I got, and I was fucking with it, and I ran with it.
No, for sure. I mean, you talk about going in, like, I think there's this infamous video in 2017 where, like, you getting locked up, but you still promoting the mixtape. Like, yo, like, video coming soon, like, tape coming soon, like, GGOD, like, bro, that picture is, like, burned in my head. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, that was a moment. Like, people was like, yo, like, I need this tape now. It's like, he done promised his tape ready to come out. You know what I'm saying? GGOD, you know what I mean? So, like, and that's important. That I think that's a gem too. Like everybody that's listening, because I think there's a lot of young kids listening. There's people who like in the same situation you was in. Like you got in and you started putting stuff in perspective for yourself. I'm about to get this logo. I'm about to get my clothing brand. I'm about to. You making plans for when you get out. Wow. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't think about that. They just think about, all right, well, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? Get back on my, you know what I mean? You was like, I'm about to start making money. I'm about to start doing what I need to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, I respect that, and I think that's a gem to take out of this. I'm going to pull out all of them, by the way, but, like, that's one of the first ones we got is, like, you know, making a good priorities. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, yeah, like, so we in 2018 a little bit, like, you know, you got, man, like, the Get Gwap or Die, like, project is, like, in the streets now. You know what I'm saying? Tell me about the making a Get Gwap or Die 1, you know, and where were you at mentally around that time? Like, where was you at in your music around that time?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Around that time, I had met him, Kier, for real.
Oh, big shout out.
So, I feel like in that time, the big obstacle was actually deciding to drop a tape and actually dropping it. Like, people say they dropping all the time and don't drop. So that was really my biggest thing. Like, yo, I got my mindset on dropping this tape. I gotta drop this tape. You feel me? So around this time, my brother was home. We was spending a lot of, like, we was hustling and shit. But like our routine would be like basically hustle through the day and studio hustle at night, for real. We was getting like 8 block periods. Like he was like an artist and an engineer in one of the studios. And we was getting like 8 block periods, 16 block periods, and just breaking them down, like paying for our studio. And then just had a studio available until our liking, like, you know, could we get it from 9 to 12?
Right.
9 to 1. And just going in that bitch and just going ham. But before we was actually going to studios, I was recording, like, everything was in-house. Like, I was recording, was getting my video shot by GGOD, but I was recording my music with his brother, Hooli Love. And he low-key, he underground. Like, he never really went to that next level for producing, but he definitely got the skit. Like, I forgive a tick if he was been able to get his shit to the right people or just keep pushing it. I feel like, yeah, he got the skills to make the beats, and he was recording good. But like, he recorded About. He recorded. Most of them songs on Get That What I Want, he recorded.
Yeah, man.
Except for the skits, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's dope. Big shout out, man. Cause like you mentioned, like you was working really hard. Like you ended up putting another project out like that next year. Like Trap and the Lifestyle. Like within 2 years, you've already put out 2 tapes. And a lot of people, like you said, say they gonna do the tape, they never do it. Like they say they gonna put out the video, they never do it. You putting out videos, tapes, like all types of stuff, and marketing your brand. You know, so it's like you was working early on. Like,
yeah, I just wanted to take note. Like all that shit was just willpower, straight, just all willpower, all gas, no bricks. Like I ain't have really no big team like in my ear. I ain't had nobody making no decisions, making no dates. These are just things I just really had the willpower to fight through and like accomplish. Like, and I think I don't give myself enough credit for that, cause like I be looking back and I be looking in hindsight, and I just be looking like just like nowadays like. People not getting it done by themselves. They having teams and shit. And they having like big support systems for real. Like, not saying my support system wasn't big, but as far as hands on what I had going on, no, I was really just making just the decisions that I was making for real on my own.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, you was doing freestyles at that time too, like Catch a Case freestyle, like you was in the kitchen counting money, like, you know what I'm saying, like you did the Keep It Brief video. Shout out to Northeast Mugs, by the way, like
RP Mugs.
You know what I'm saying, like your videographer at that time, and I noticed that was another thing you did. Like you wasn't super locked into like one kind of thing. Like you was trying to do it all. Like you was trying to get different kinds of visuals, different kinds of records. Like you was trying to really spread it so it's like you didn't do the exact same thing over and over. Switching out videographers, like all my, you know.
Me over, though.
You oh really?
I don't know. Like people probably you notice like I don't want to say no names, but just certain artists don't deviate from what they do for real, like.
Yeah.
But I always been like open-minded, cause like music is just a form of expression. So I always been like willing to like express myself differently.
Yeah, as you should. I think that's a skill, honestly. I think a lot of people get comfortable and they don't move. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, I think we could have did that, like where it was like just one DJ and one artist type situation, where like you had to do that one DJ every time, or you had to do that one like photographer the whole time. Like we're in the age now where you can be as creative as you want, and you was tapped in early, 2018. Like this is like not many people was even thinking about doing everything they could in 2018. You was doing everything, like pushing everything, and you know I want to take my hat off to you, because that's, you know, I don't want you to, you know, look back and be like, yo, like that was a downfall of mine. I think that was like, you put forethought into that. Like you thinking like maybe one of these is going to go. I'm going to try this, that, and this. And if one of them go, cool. Right. But I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket and then don't go. And now, you know what I'm saying? Right. That was smart. Right. I think that's you know, smart in hindsight. So, you know, shout out to you. I mean, we keep going in 2018. Like I can't finish 2018 because you smoking. And this is every single year. You're putting out a bunch of stuff like November, like the Franklin's video with Chucky Williams, like the backs, what is it? The behind the scenes joint. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you had said something along the lines of like, yo, like I got my shirt from Walmart, but as long as like I wear the clothes don't wear me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it was all of these different things. I gotta do my research, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's the biggest entrepreneur thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey Charlamagne, what up, bro? Man, you know, but like you're putting all these things in perspective. You're doing this for yourself, and you're like being creative. You're being expressive. Like you're making art, really the art. You know what I'm saying? Like. And that's what I appreciate. You know, like the Play With Me single drops in November 2018. Like, bro, you going crazy. You even, all right, and I also want to ask, like you spoke previously about like, you know, being a rapper that can like make different sides of the city unified too. Like, you know, you're doing, like I said, doing this, doing that, doing everything. And you're also pulling up in different areas and like unifying, you know, different artists. Like you putting artists from different hoods on your tape, you know, collabing with them and showing the city what unification look like. Right. So like, tell me about your ideas behind unifying the city around that time, even now.
I mean, I'm still with the shit. It's like, I want to see niggas work together. I would ever see niggas build and destroy. Yeah. That's probably one of my motives towards that, and it just really was just like on a more selfish ego side. Like I'm that nigga, that's shit I can do. You feel me? That's just shit I can do. Like
talk that.
Everybody can't do this. You feel me? You
facts.
gotta be. You feel me? Carry yourself a certain type of way and believe in what you're doing in a certain type of way. There's been times I pulled up. Nigga straight whip out, I got it too, but I'm on the tip like, bro, we ain't got to do that because I'm coming in peace.
Like, right.
Motherfucker, if you coming in peace, like, I mean, granted, shit can still happen, but if a motherfucker see you ain't really meaning no harm, like, you just trying to show love, a motherfucker ain't got no choice but to respect that. Like,
right. No, that's a fact. That's a
respectable action.
Yeah. And I'm glad you're setting that example because, like I said, I got young kids listening to this, like, and that's important to know. Like, if you coming to spread love, you coming on some positivity. You're not coming on no negative like type situation. Like if you spreading love, you spreading, you know what I'm saying, that peace. I feel like that's a good message to know that like you still here. Like you've been able to do that. You've been able to go places, spread that, you know, that peace, that positivity, and like you still here rocking. You know what I'm saying? You know, going crazy. And I love hearing that. And I think a lot of young kids can take that too. Cause like, yo, all we need is that everybody just link up. You know, no matter what side of the city you from, like, be on that type of time because it can really take you somewhere, even where, you know, you at right now, you know what I'm saying? So, like, we keep it going, like, 2019, you know, you get to get Gwap or Die too. Yeah. Like, you know, you're selective with your features. You know, you're selective with some of the people you work with, especially on that project.
Yeah,
you know,
I only put Cola and Sosa on there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, tell me why you were sort of selective, like you was picking, choosing who you wanted to be on that project.
I mean,
and probably even the rest of your projects, honestly. Like I can tell that taste level's there.
Cause I was more so like, I'm the type of nigga like if I put my mind to it, it's gonna get done. And I was more so like I remember like I just more so went back for all of my like I was at one time I was like a little bit too busy to like reach out to people and shit or get back to them. So like people that I might couldn't got back to for track the lifestyle, so like I never forgot about them. It was just more so like, all right, we still trying to work.
Right.
And if they with it, if they's riding with me, I was riding with them for real. Like I'm more so like I'm gonna treat you how you treat me, or I'm messing with who. If I fuck with you, I'm stuck with you. Like if you fuck with me, I'm fucking with you. You feel me? Especially if I ain't got nothing against you. Like
right on God.
I don't see why not, but like me and Sosa, we just linked up on some genuine shit. Like we had a mutual like big uncle we both was locked in with, and he was just like, man, y'all doing the same thing. Y'all need this.
Yeah.
And we followed through. Like it just hit me one day, like, go I'm going to compound. Yo, you trying to come?
Yeah.
Straight go. Like, yeah, come on, let's go. He come.
That's dope.
Come scoop me. We build it off of that for real. And like that's my dad. I really fuck with Sosa. Like I'm it's fucked up that he in a situation that he in now.
Man.
But he gonna overcome.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, no, 100%. Shout out Sosa, man.
Yeah, free the bus.
Yeah, facts, man. I mean, and that's important too, cause like another, you know, like you mentioned, you locked in with people that you locked in with. Like if you get cool with people, you cool, especially your day one A1s like Lil Trap. You know what I'm saying? Like at that time, like when you released Get Gwap too, like he happened to be locked up at that time, so it was like you had to like almost put on for him too. Like you had to put his verse on that joint too, because it was like, yo, I gotta represent the brand. I gotta represent my guy who locked down. He can't even move how you want to.
Right.
You know, so like that speaks to your sort of
that
who
was
you
another
are.
drive too. That
Oh
was
yeah,
like another drive. Like that was another like aspect of my drive. Like it'd be like, yo, I'm home, my man locked up.
Right.
I'm like, it was like I never always had all the pieces to the puzzle. So it's like you try and put the puzzle together, but you gotta actually scavenger hunt for your pieces.
Right.
Like, to
That's a
actually
fact.
make shit fit.
That's a fact. I mean, yeah, no, 100%. You didn't take your foot off the gas either. You know, like June came up. I Just My video dropped. Shout out to Waxo the Fool.
Yeah.
Like, you know, man, video and the record is insane. Like that joint goes crazy. I might have to play this at this interview. You know what I'm saying? That's my joint. You know what I'm saying? Like July comes up. Like Counterfeit video drops. Shot by Jizzo again. You know what I'm saying? Like man, like. Bro, I had to separate the fakes. Like, bro, Counterfeit, I had to separate. Come on, man. Like, I need to know, first of all, like, before we get through any more of this music, because I do, like I said, I respect, you know, your craft. I respect your lyricism. Like, what's your process when you're in the booth? Like, are you at the top of the dome? Because I know you freestyle a lot. But, like, when you're doing some of your favorite records, is it off the top, or are you, like, you know, doing pen and pad, like, going through those lines, going through those words? How do you do your process?
I mean, I got both. I can write and I can freestyle. Like I feel like when I get in that mood where I'm just I honestly feel like it depends who I'm working with. For real, like
okay.
Let's just say I got an engineer that's not on my ass about my delivery or this line could have been better. Then it'll give me like I guess leeway to slap versus having an engineer that's just on it or interactive with just what I'm doing or what I'm working on. Like I done had engineers who don't mind me writing but know that it's gonna be a longer process of me punching in. Then I had engineers who I don't say they mind me punching in, but I'm gonna charge it to. They want me to get the most out of my time, so they like,
okay.
Well, you come and punching in, but you only getting one song for 2 hours.
Right.
Like you at least supposed to get 2-3 songs, so at least a song an hour or something like that. So like, personally though, to answer the question, I think if I really sit down and get with a beat, like, cause I'm still freestyling, but now I'm jotting the freestyle down. Like,
okay.
So I'm gonna rap the shit, then I'm gonna write it.
Right.
How it sound, then I'm like, oh yeah, that's the line.
Right.
Next line, and
that's
go
hard.
like that. For me.
That's hard.
So that's really like the process.
That's like a combo process. Like you doing both. Like you writing and you freestyling. Like a lot of people don't do that, and I think that's actually a really cool, like an interesting process. Cause like I don't think I've heard anybody take that approach before, and that comes through in your lines. Like these lines hit hard. Like these lyrics hit hard. Right. You know, so big shout out to you for like even coming up with this organic process that you came with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like. You keep going, like like Face Card video drops in September.
That's one of my favorite songs,
bro. The video with the crooked cop, son. That video, bro. That video is.
We all killed the police.
Kill the police.
Fuck 12. Like that's why we had to kill him. Like we gotta kill yo. He's 12 anyway. Kill yo. I don't even know why we killed 12.
Hey, yo.
We just killed 12. Like,
Hey, yo.
I ain't wanna say nothing. She's so lovely.
Yo, oh God, like
we had to
that
kill
video
12.
You went back for like double tap too, like
we had to overkill 12. Like,
yo, that video was crazy. That video was crazy. Yo, no, I mean, and I can tell you putting some thought behind these videos, but you having fun with it. Like, you, like, actually enjoying yourself throughout this entire process. Like, the Douce Flow video, like, you on the top of the car with the Douce bottle, like, you dancing with, come on, man. Like, it's all good vibes. It's all energy. And that's what I love to see is, like, young black men in the city. Like, we can have fun. Like, we can actually drag and, like, do our own thing. Like, do what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? And man, like you can talk to me all day about like how they try to portray us on the news, how they try to portray us everywhere outside the city. Like, bro, I know the truth. Like, I know, you know what I'm saying? We have a good time. We enjoy ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We try to make the best out of our situation. Come from poverty.
Minus
you know what I mean?
Bullshit. Life be great.
You know what I'm saying? Life actually be great. You know, and you show that in your videos, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And I actually want to ask you, like you had moved to ATL for a little bit, like around like that 2020 era-ish, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was your motivation behind, or at least what was the reason you moved to the ATL around that time? Was it more for the music and the music sort of scene at that time, or what was the idea?
I was just something I always wanted to do. Like, I just always just wanted to be like in the ATL music scene. Like, I don't know why I just felt like they get it. Like, they get it down there. Like, so I just wanted to just be around the vibes. Like, you know, there's so many celebrities coming out. There's so many opportunities. It's bigger than Baltimore. So that was my main, like, just knowing that I was trying to do something bigger. Like, that was one of my main motivations, doing something bigger. And like, I had real shit going on. Like, so I was just like, I just looked at it like, all right, I think I had got a warrant or something. But I was facing another warrant, like, for some more severe shit. So I'm like, man, before these people start trying to blitz my shit, I'm ready to just go down south and just chill. Like, I was supposed to go down there for a couple weeks, but then once I got down there, I just was like, I'm staying. Like, the air is right for me down there.
Right. That hospitality different down there.
And it definitely paid off.
Yeah.
Like, just making a decision in itself.
You know, for sure. I mean, like, I think around, like, August, you did the Back At It video shot by Prime ATL. Yeah. You know, like, and you even made a comment, like, shout out to Prime. You know, like, you even made a comment about, like, yo, like they thought I was done, like, with this music, but, like, I'm back at it. Like, what was some of the stuff you was hearing around that time that, like people were doubting you? Like, what was some of the stuff you was hearing?
Bro. Oh, man. I one thing I can say, like, if it's negative, I really don't be trying to feed into it. Like, I don't, like, you only give the enemy but so much power. You only give the negative but so much attention.
That's a fact.
For real.
That's
so
a fact.
I really wasn't really feeding into it, but people, I don't know, just people just felt like I supposed to have been bigger than what I was, or people just felt like, I don't know, like, did I lose it or whatever. So that's why I felt like that that was just a good song to just come back. I was like, man, I'm back at it. Like, because I had chilled out for a minute on dropping. Yeah. I was just dealing with real life shit. And,
facts.
But I always had the motive or the intention to, like, drop some music or something.
Right.
But it was just, I was going through real shit. And when I did get a chance to get back at it, like, I just wanted to put in their face, like, yeah, I'm back at it. Like, this is what I'm doing. I never stopped for real. It just, I wasn't dropping. Even, like, when now, like, in the process of me coming home and like, getting back to the music, like, I be feeling like like we was talking about energy. Like I want to put the right energy into the music too. The way as though like I feel like it's gonna be people that don't like the music, but it's gonna be people that do. So that's
definitely.
why I do what I do.
Definitely. I mean, and that actually speaks something to I seen like in October you dropped the Don't Want the Fame video. Like you dropped also Prime. Shout out to Prime ATL.
Yeah.
Like. And the whole point of that song was kind of like, like, I don't want the fame, but I want the fortune,
right.
And I think that's important because that tells me that around that time, that stuff that you was hearing was like, I actually don't want all of that extra stuff that comes with it. I kind of just want the ends of, what comes out of this. Like, I'm doing this for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, I hear all the stuff y'all saying, forget everything y'all saying. Like, I'm in this for one reason. I'm in this to, make some real money out of this and, like, actually be successful. Become an entrepreneur, follow that up that I was really trying to make for myself. And moving to Atlanta, like doing all these big moves is like telling me that you was focusing on that one thing. You know what I'm saying? And you was dropping mad videos, like even the Ben Slaughter video, like Big Boss video, like you was going crazy and still going crazy. Like even in December, like the couple bandies, like man. Shout out 2 L's, by the way. Beautiful video.
Shout out 2 L's.
Beautiful video, by the way. In front of the white G-Wagon. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. Did the pool game with you, beat you on the pool game. Like, that was funny, too. It was like, I want the smoke. I want all the smoke.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That shit was all genuine. Like, it was all like, they just wanted to be a part. They saying what we was doing. They just incorporated themselves a little bit.
Really?
And I just was like, all right, look, we can do this. We like, everything was just on the fly.
Yeah.
But it made sense
to
me at the time.
No, for sure. I mean, talk to us about, like, coordinating the videos. Because I noticed you had a lot of hand in a lot of what you've done so far. Like, up till 2020, you've done mad videos. And I noticed you got a bunch of ideas. And, we going to do this here. We going to try to do this idea, do this with the Cricket Cop. Like, tell me about your process in making new ideas for videos.
Like, all right, so where I'm at now, like, all right. It be, well, then and now, I looked at it like, I just wanted to shoot the video. Like, I did want to shoot the video, but I did want to, like, do little shit to stick out, like, with it, like, even with, like, the little cut scene or the whatever, like, little stuff like that, because I'm a 90s baby, so I looked at it like, that's a part of our culture growing up in the music. Like, they always had something else going on other than music. Like, that was their time to present.
Right.
Whether it was a skit or...
Right.
Like, you feel me? Like, so I always try to, like, hold on to what, like, kind of gravitated me towards the music.
Facts.
I guess that's the best thing to say. But also, just, like... I don't know, cause everybody, like, you see niggas and niggas might have, like, I done had video shoots where, like, nobody ain't show up, and I just had to work with what I had going on for real. So it was just like, I always just try to make it where as though, like, I'm not gonna let no outside force affect how the creativity come out. Like, I feel like that's really probably one of my biggest. Like, looking in hindsight, like, that's one of my biggest drive. Like, just made me just create. Like, I don't know how the creative process came out. It came, but I always try to just work with the tools I had at the time.
Facts.
Just build off of that for real.
That's dope, man. That's another gem, too. I'm going to keep pulling gems out, too, because, like, people listening, like young guys listening, 11, 12-year-olds who, like, want to be like TruGwap when they get bigger and they want to actually rap at that level. It's like, bro, like, you got to let your creativity flow, bro. Like, you can't let no outside influences, no outside people who just try and be negative all the time get in the way of what you're trying to do. Like, be creative, be like different, like try to be unique, be yourself, because like that's the most unique you could possibly be. Do everything how you see it and let your vision come through, because like a lot of people let their vision get messed up by people, you know what I'm saying, and I hate seeing
everybody's opinion or everybody negativity, you feel me, like no, like it been time. Don't get it fucked up. It been time niggas probably said some out the way shit, man. And I be thinking like, dang,
see,
and that shit, I'm ready to let that shit affect what I got going on. But one thing, like, just going back and forth to jail and just being in prison and just being around niggas with life and shit, like, I just feel like one thing I learned now that, like, it's cool for you to have your opinion. Like, you tell me right now, like, yo, I really just can't get with your music. Like, that shit phony for real. Like, I ain't gonna really let that shit bother me too much, because I just look at it like, all right, that's your opinion. Like, I gotta respect people for having their opinion. I'd rather you keep it real to me with a straight face than, like, lie to me with a smile. Like,
like 2021, you dropped True Print. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I had niggas that I fuck with, like, really fuck with, was telling me, like, they don't fuck with that shit. Like, what you trying to sound like, an Atlanta nigga? But that go back to what you saying, as far as just expanding my sound and my horizon, not being scared to do, like, I was, the engineer I was locked in at the time was Retro, and he just allowed me to really, like, just find, like, a good creative. Like, it's songs that we made that I didn't even drop yet, just because it don't. If I was to play these songs or put these songs out, I felt like it ain't sound like me for real. But I actually like the music for real. I actually like the music because I made it for real. But
for sure,
like that.
For sure, that's dope. I mean, and I would love to hear a couple of those records, because I feel like they probably still fire.
I'm gonna give you a couple of bucks. I
know, for sure. Then we gonna tap in. I mean, January 2020, you did the cut up video shoot in ATL. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it surprised me. I got a lot of good feedback up that song when I was just like,
fire
song. Like, it was just a song I had. A nigga was supposed to get on a verse, but I was feeling the beat in the song that I just kept it. Like,
It be like that too sometimes.
Like, I'm gonna drop this shit without the whole, like, it's a whole blank slot where somebody was supposed to rap and then the hook come back on. Like, the beat play, then the hook come back on. Like, that just show you though, like, oh, alright, cause shit don't go as planned. I'm not ready to let nobody stop my plans.
Exactly.
Like, I couldn't find nobody to edit the shit how I wanted it. So I was feeling the song, so I just put it out.
Yeah, just put it out. That's how it be. I mean, like, even you did the Up freestyle, like, over the Cardi B joint. We had a big shout out Big Speaker, by the way, because we had him in the studio, and it's, it's crazy. He had a song called Geeked Up like 2 years before Cardi B even dropped Up, and it was over that beat. It was online. He had the beat before Cardi even found it, and he never bought it. It was on YouTube. He was about to buy the record. He never bought it. He just put it out, and then Cardi drops Up, and it's the biggest record in the world.
So if he would have bought that beat, he would have had some fatty.
He would have had some fatty. Look, Big Speaker, my guy. I told him he should have bought it.
Damn, son. Where'd you find this?
Yo, everybody go and watch Geeked Up on YouTube right now if you can tap in. Man, shout out to Big Speaker. But and that's the thing. It's like a lot of times we don't see in hindsight some of the decisions we should have made. And I actually appreciate you saying I had a spot for somebody else, and I still decided to put it out anyway. And you stand on that today because you really like the record. Like, the record is fire. Yeah. In hindsight, you gonna make decisions whether or not you agree or disagree with them. But it's like, this is what I want to do, and this is my creative vision. I'm gonna do that. Let me do that. Don't stand in my way. Let me just do that. You know what I mean?
And I got the power to do that.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Man, my God, TruGwap, man. Real tough. I mean, even July 2021, never been a problem.
That's one of my favorite songs, too.
Yo, tell us about that. Because, bro, never been a problem, one of my joints, too. I ain't gonna lie.
Never a problem. It was more so, I ain't gonna lie, I was just feeling like that. I was having good motion, and it was just like, I don't see how a motherfucker gonna say more money, more problems Well, more money ain't never a problem. Like that
Right.
Like, that shit ain't no problem with me. If it's more money, more problems, keep it coming, cause it ain't never a problem. Like I'd rather that 100,000 over that 10,000 any day.
Right.
If it come with more taxes, bring it on.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. Like, I need that 100 piece. I need
real
that
talk.
over that 100,000. Like more money ain't
Real
money
talk.
ain't no problem. Like,
No, for
not
sure.
with me.
I mean, you had some legal trouble as of late. I mean, you ended up getting back out of, that situation.
Yeah.
You ended up dropping in 2023, like Big Doug. Like, that single is, nigga, that single is up. You know what I'm saying? Tell us about that record and what's some of the plans you got for that moving forward.
Alright, so I probably leave Big Dad with that. Like, just leave it as a spit cam.
Okay.
You feel me? It's only like a minute and 35 seconds long. If that, it's like 90 seconds long. But that's what the direction where like a lot of my music going. I'm gonna just keep it short and simple. Like my next tracks that I drop, they ain't gonna be like over no 2 minutes for real. Just, especially if it's me, it's just gonna be a hook, a verse, a hook. I'm gone. You feel me? Cause at this point, I don't really got nothing to prove with the rapping shit. I just do it because I like doing it. It's fun. It's fun. I like doing it, and I feel like I'm hard, and I be having shit to say. I feel like the Big Doug record. I ain't gonna lie. When I was just in prison, like everybody used to be like, "Yo, like I had fans in prison." Niggas that been locked up. Like, from all the years you was talking about, I had niggas that was just, like, coming to prison and shit. Like, niggas like, bro, don't you rap? Yo, keep going, yo, your music, do this, or, yo, I really fuck with this. But when I was in jail, like, I did not have, like, no motivation to, like, write no raps. So, it'd be times where I really had to be like, we might go out to rap. And, like, rap, we only come out for 1 hour. So, your rap gotta be, like, gotta use that shit wisely. You gotta get on the phone, get in the shower, cook. Like, they be like your main things or just bullshit around with other niggas. So it'd have been times I'd be like I could not, like, I had writer's block. Like, I just couldn't write. Like, I wasn't in space. I wasn't really happy for being in prison. And then it just was like, it was just hella shit I had on my mind that just ain't really was conducive to me writing no raps.
I feel it.
I'm more so in jail. I'm in prison really. I more so was like focusing on like how can I blow my clothing line up more than my raps for real. Like I was more so writing like shit and design. Like I was more so into writing design. I catch myself scribbling designs and coming up with ideas.
That's dope.
For like my clothes for real. But I did make like raps. Like when I did find it, like when I freestyle a couple lines, and I'm like, yo, that should be a hard way to come off on this. But I ain't had no beats, so I just had to write.
Right.
When
Acapella,
So I just, if the acapella was fire, I knew like, oh, I find a beat to it.
No, for sure.
And I had made Big Doug. Like I ain't expected to come out on wax how it came out. Like I had made it. And I had my buddy, he was just like, bro, like, you gotta get back dropping, And he was just like, bro, I was on the box. He was like, just whenever you can, just come to the studio. I'ma fuck with you.
Yeah.
And the first time, like, when I made Back Home, I just went in the studio, I just punched in. And I ain't really feel like rapping, like, it just happened. I just went in that bitch. And my man was like, bro, you just came home. You a real rapper, you gotta make a song.
Right.
I'm just like, all right. So I made the Back Home shit.
I
freestyled that, made that. Then I dropped the 10 Toes shit. That was already something I had that I had made. And I just released that I wanted to release. But the Big Doug, I had went and picked my book up, like, that I had when I was rapping. And we was just in the studio with my boy. And I just was, like, listening to the beats that I had. And I was just, like, how I had it set up, like, if I knew I was going to the studio Saturday and Thursday and Friday, I'm listening to the beats, trying to line up. Because the songs don't got no beats to them. So I'm trying to already line up the beats to the song.
Right.
And be like, all right, when I get there, I'm be like, all right, play this beat.
Right.
Song for this beat.
Right.
Just went in. And when I heard Big Doug back, I'm like, this
the one.
this ain't right. Like, that's how I suppose
No, for sure. For sure, man. I feel like I could sit here and pick your brain about a lot of stuff for a while, man. Like, you know, I mean, and I do want to ask, you know, before we do get out of here, like, what's some of your plans in the next like 2, 3, 4 years? Like, what's the next thing for TruGwap?
Yeah, I want to promise y'all this, right? Like, my clothing line is going to be crazy. Like,
Big Gwap.
Like, it was at first, I did it like on some merch shit, but like, I'm really on some Virgil shit with this shit. Like, I'm really more so hands on with it. Like, I just created a new design. Like, that's like a little trade I was teaching myself while I was on the box. Like, I'll be on my MacBook, just like learning how to like I got the eye for it. And I know how to work a computer, so it just putting them two skills together by itself and just knowing what I like. Like, I just go off of what I like, but also knowing what other people like too. Right. It don't really take much for somebody to be like, "Yo, that shit hard," or
yeah,
that shit. You feel me? So, long story short, is to build my clothing line into a substantial company, and just to like do other things. Like, if the rapping. Granted, don't take me where I wanted to see myself at with the rap career. I still want to be like a substantial entrepreneur, whether it's selling cars, selling houses. Like, I do want to be in sales or something with like marketing.
Yeah,
like, for
definitely.
Real, like, so I see myself dropping more mixtapes, more music, and creating a couple more LLCs, like just like
dope,
just like being an entrepreneur for real, like.
Yes, sir, man. Man, big shout out to you, man. You put that in front of yourself early on. You told yourself you was gonna be a good entrepreneur. You was gonna build this into something, and you literally doing that now. Like, you're literally following the dream you had back in the day, and I love to see that. I love to see that, man. Big shout out to you, man. TruGwap in the building, man. Tell the audience one more time where they can follow you, bro.
Man, follow me everywhere at TruGwap, TRU, no E, GWAP, TruGwap. You feel me? True greatness will always prosper. Grinding with a purpose. Free the guys, free little trap, free cash, free low, free tip today, man.
Yes,
free,
sir.
You know, just free the real. And, yeah, follow me on IG, YouTube. Make sure y'all go subscribe and lock in and just watch my growth and my journey. Like, I'm taking a harder route. I ain't really taking the easy way. I'm taking route.
Yes, sir, man. You heard it first. My God, TruGwap is in the building. Always a pleasure, fam. Real talk.
2 times. Like,
man, I appreciate you for coming out, man. I look forward to everything you got coming in the future, man. Absolutely, man. Man, your purpose is just beginning. I can tell. Like, you know, you built that foundation early. That's just how you got your floor. That's just the floor of what you're going to get to. Right. You know, you had to start that, get all that stuff out the way, do everything you had to do, and now you about to build on top of that. I can tell, man. Real talk. Once again, it's your boy Mike on the mic from the Vibe Perspective Podcast and Ground 3 Radio, DJ OK. And 443-377-1872 again. And number is 443-377-1872. Leave a message about TruGwap, Big Doug, Gwap the brand, everything, man. Leave a message about whatever you like. Next interview is coming up soon, and keep it locked with Vibe Studios and Ground 3. Man, let's keep the vibe alive, man. Let's just go with it, man. Let's just go. Hey, TruGwap, what up?
It's your boy TruGwap, rocking with Ground 3 Radio. My man Mike on the mic, man. You know the vibes. Get Gwap it up.
Pretty guys, man. Gwap gang.